Are you sick and tired of gambling your hard-earned money on Madden and 2K packs? Well, look no further than my sponsor, MMOEXP, for the cheapest and most reliable Madden and 2K coins on the market. And of course, do not forget to use code Ferdy for 5% off. A link for their website is at the top of the description. Today, we are ranking all of the Ghost of Madden cards, past, present, and future. So here is the tier list to get us started. And as it kind of fills out, you're going to see like a gradient from, past players into present and then into the future players, which is one of the main gripes with this promo, is the fact that we kind of use the same cards over and over and over again. And, outside of a theme team, you're really not going to use a lot of these future cards and maybe even some of the present guys. There might be a couple outliers in there, but that's one of the two main gripes with this promo. The other one is that there really isn't that many new names. Really isn't at all. A lot of these cards have already had upgrades. And like I said, a lot of the rookies that have got their first upgrades really aren't that viable outside of a theme team. But real quick, there are a couple cards that I do want to touch on. The first one is the Marshawn Lynch card. Has the ability to get Bruiser and Tank for just 1 AP. Also has 97 acceleration and 94 speed. Ray Nitschke, 0 AP Lurker. Trayvon Diggs, 0 AP Pick Artist. Jeffrey Simmons, 0 AP Defensive Rally. Judon gets good abilities, and he has, I think, 91 speed. Perry, 0 AP Return Man. Dalvin Cook, 1 AP Evasive. Tua isn't that great, but has some good stats, but the abilities aren't that great. Garrett Wilson, it hurts me to put him down so low, but outside of a Jets team, which I'll have him on, and he'll be good for me, he's not that great or special, really. Does hit 3 thresholds, but only has 93 speed at 6 foot. And also does get 2 AP Route Tech and 1 AP Deep Out. Damian Pierce does get 1 AP Bruiser, which could be pretty solid depending on, where these cards' prices kind of fall at. I do think they're going to be a little bit higher than the stocking stuffers. But, 1 AP Bruiser is still pretty solid. And we have, some other guys down here. Malik Willis is just a real head scratcher. It's like 4 AP set feet lead. So, and also his stats aren't even that great. So really a head scratcher down there. But yeah, let's just get started with our Ghost of Madden future cards. So here is George Pickens. And the reason why I like this card over a Garrett Wilson, for example, is because this card is unique. He is unique. He does things that, really no other card in the game can do. And that's be a super elite run blocking wide receiver. And if you don't value this, then you probably don't care at all about this. But he also does get the 1 AP short in and 1 AP slot apprentice combo if you don't want to run honorary lineman. But say you want to run honorary lineman, you get honorary lineman 0 AP for completely free. And because he's a slot archetype, you also get 1 AP short in. And I believe they said that he's going to get 94 impact block. So having that kind of impact block with the honorary lineman 0 AP in the slot is going to be really nice. And yes, his speed might not be the best, but he is 6'3", kind of going to be like honestly like a better blocking tight end, because he's going to have 0 AP honorary lineman. Also does get short in. Like, I don't know. This card I think is really good, and I am a huge fan of it. And I do want to give him a try. He might get a second channel gameplay just because of how unique his card is. So with that being said, I am going to put him up here at mid B tier in front of Jeffrey Simmons, or Justin Simmons, not Jeffrey. Justin and Jeffrey. Justin Simmons. So now we have the 92 overall Trayvon Walker, the first overall pick this year. And this card not only has really good stats, he also, on his first card, if we look back at the Trayvon Walker rookie premier card, which is the only other Trayvon Walker card that we actually have right now. And we look at his traits, for example, if we go to traits, he does have 2 of 3 traits. And on this card, they can change his traits. They obviously can do that. I don't think they're going to, but if for some reason he does get 3 of 3 traits, this card's even better. But yeah, 2 thresholds with good speed, and also 0 AP Speedster or 1 AP Edge Threat, which is also really, really nice. Having that ability discount with the stats and the speed, I think definitely does put Trayvon Walker up here at B tier. And honestly, I think he might be better than the George Pickens card. This Trayvon Walker card is probably the best future card. He probably is. And that is, of course, not counting the LTD Ghost of Madden future Kenneth Walker, who I think stat-wise is the best running back in the game right now. He's going to have a good mix of elusive back stats, trucking, COD. He's the fastest right now in the game. I do actually really like his build. I made a full gameplay on this card here earlier in the year, and he played great. So I expect this card to do a lot of the same, and you can kind of see the mix of, they actually gave him some pretty good catching stats on this card, but you can kind of see the mix of, power back stats with the juke and the COD. So this card is going to be kind of a do-it-all. However, my one issue with this card is the abilities. Human joystick is a super... I wish like they switched human joystick and goal line back, for example, because if you're on next gen, or whatever you want to call it, next gen, current gen, Human joystick does absolutely nothing. If you're on last gen, you're gonna love this card because he's gonna feel super glitchy. But on next gen, current gen, this card, you know, you're not gonna use human joystick. It's just not worth wasting an AP on. It does absolutely nothing. So you are gonna have to pick between, you know, evasive, goal line back, and backfield mismatch. So definitely could have been better there. Definitely could have been better, but it is what it is. Stat wise, this card's still gonna play amazing. And if you're not gonna put that much AP into your running back, it's not that big of a deal. So Kenneth Walker, easily S tier. Like I said, has a real chance to be the best running back in the game. Hey man, before we head into our next card, I have to remind you to hit that subscribe button. I post daily Madden 23 content, really just your one-stop shop for all of your Madden 23 content, and do expect a bunch of Ghost of Madden gameplays, not only on this channel, but also on the second channel. We are currently on the long road to 50,000 subscribers. However, we are about 1,000 subscribers away from 40K, and I, of course, need your help to get there. Regardless, I do appreciate you watching today's video, and let's get back to the tier list. So now we are moving into our Ghost of Madden present cards and getting started here with DeAndre Hopkins, who I actually think is the best out of all these present cards outside of the LTD. 1 AP wide receiver apprentice, 1 AP red zone threat, 0 AP deep out elite, and 2 AP route technician, as well as getting 94 speed. 94 speed on this card, on a DeAndre Hopkins card, is actually insane. They always cheat his speed. I guess this year's different. Also 3 thresholds, good jumping. DeAndre Hopkins cards always play super good. The one thing holding them back is the speed, and you know, 6'1", 212 with great abilities. This card is gonna play super well. So without question, I am putting DeAndre Hopkins right to the top of A tier. And yeah, not the flashiest card to kind of cover, but Ryan Ramczyk's gonna be a really popular option if, you know, you are doing these sets, or if we do get one for free, for example. This card is going to be super popular because he gets a 0 AP ability and also 1 AP edge protector. So 1 AP edge is obviously amazing. I think everyone should have at least two, you know, at least one AP edge, if not 2 1 AP edge protectors. But also the 0 AP lifeguard, kind of a nice little boost there. Why not run it? And also amazing stats, just literally amazing stats, over 90 in all the thresholds. You could probably get this card and not get a new right tackle until, honestly, he's over in all the thresholds. I mean, maybe once we start getting 0 AP edge protectors, that would probably be the next time you'd want to upgrade, because this card's going to play amazing. And I really think you should go after this card, Ryan Ramczyk. Is he going to be S tier? No, but I am going to put him up here at A tier. Gets great abilities. Will Shields also does get secure protector, which is pretty good for a guard, but edge protector is beautiful. I think he's easily a mid to even maybe high A tier card. And for our final present card, we have the LTD Patrick Mahomes, and I am so excited to try this card out. I really do think that Mahomes has a chance to be the best quarterback in the game right now, if not the best, one of the best in the game right now. They changed his archetype to a field general, so major W there. It's a much better archetype than whatever he was before. 1 AP gunslinger, 2 AP fearless, or QB playmaker, making him the first and only QB playmaker in the game right now. But my setup is easily going to be pass lead 2 AP, gunslinger 1 AP, so that's 3 AP, and then protected for a 5 AP setup on a quarterback with 91 speed and stats like this. I think this card is going to play amazing. And if you are worried about the release, I think gunslinger is going to make it feel great. So you have the gunslinger for the release to speed up, and you have pass lead for the ball to get there faster. Then you have protected to, you know, keep the pocket and, you know, allow you to take those shots down the field. So I really do like Patrick Mahomes, and I think he has a real chance to be the best quarterback in the game. I cannot wait to try this card out, and he will 100% be the first gameplay dropping on this channel tomorrow, or today when you're watching this. Okay, so now we are moving into our Ghost of Madden pass cards and getting started here with quarterback Drew Bledsoe. This card has good stats, and when I first heard the abilities, I'm like, damn, those actually sound pretty good. You know, Bledsoe, to me, not the flashiest name that we could have got at quarterback. I think I would have much rather have seen like a new name here. But this card, the reason why I don't think he's going to be super elite is because of the lack of a pass lead or a set feet discounted. Yes, 0 AP Gunslinger is nice. If Gunslinger was what it was last year, this card would be amazing. He'd be ridiculous. It's just not. Fearless is going to be okay. It's probably not that needed because he does get a 95 throw under pressure. But 0 AP Gunslinger, Hot Route Master, those sound good. But the lack of a velocity boosting ability really does kill this card, because if we take a look here, you're going to see that on a strong arm, set feet is going to cost you 4 AP. And if we go to pass lead, does he get pass lead? Yes, he does. Pass lead on a strong arm is going to cost you 7 AP. So no matter how you slice it, you know, you're going to be running it up on a velocity boosting ability that I think is necessary. I think 100% you need a velocity boosting ability. You like need it, especially against 99 zone guys, crazy speed guys, 6'5", 6'4" DBs. Now that we're starting to see, you need a velocity boosting ability. And for me, that is what hurts this Drew Bledsoe card. So with that being said, I am going to put him down here at B tier. Can be solid, but just not going to be in that super elite conversation. So now we have the Ghost of Madden Past, Troy Polamalu, and EA saved this card, man. They really did. 5'10", 207. Usually that is the problem with Troy Polamalu, the height at 5'10". But, you know, pretty decent stats. I would have liked to have seen him hit the man coverage threshold, but, you know, good play rate, good pursuit, good acceleration with 94 speed. This card's going to play pretty well. But the reason that they save this card, and the reason how they save this card is with 1 AP Acrobat. 1 AP Acrobat is going to be pretty nice. I really think just throwing that out there for super cheap, it's worth running. I really do. If you got a spot for Polamalu, maybe in the box or over the top, I'd probably keep him in the box. Maybe try to, you know, run the mid zone for 1 AP, run the Acrobat for 1 AP. I think that little combo could be pretty nice. But this card was saved. I think without, you know, 1 AP Acrobat, he probably would have been down in this B tier range. But with that ability, I think it definitely does lift him up to at least low to mid A tier. I really do. 1 AP Acrobat is actually a really nice ability to see. Okay, so now we are getting into our heavy hitters and getting started here with the 95 overall Herman Moore. I think Herman Moore is going to be the best wide receiver in the game. I really do. 6'4", 210 pounds, which is amazing. Great route running across the board. Also really good abilities with 1 AP short in and 1 AP deep out elite. Does get Detroit and Giants chem. So right now you got Herman Moore and Calvin Johnson on the Lions team, which is absolutely terrifying. So I'm liking that combo. Herman Moore, not the flashiest name. I feel like if this was like a Randy Moss or you know, maybe even like a Calvin Johnson or someone like that, like maybe like a Terrell Owens, which would have been really cool, you know, to see a new name. We already had a Herman Moore card this year. There's so many receivers that just are not in this game right now. It's actually insane. I would have loved to have seen a new name, actually thinking about it, but I'm not gonna knock down Herman Moore because he already has an upgrade. I think I think he's gonna be S tier. So now we have the Ghost of Madden Past, Charles Woodson. Zone archetype with 0 AP pick artist, 1 AP deep out zone KO, 1 AP mid zone, also a deep route KO for 1 AP as well if you are playing some man coverage, which is it's kind of nice to have that versatility. I would probably, if you are going to use this card, I would probably play him in a deep zone with pick artist. Pick artist is a really good ability, especially on a 6'1" cornerback with, you know, crazy jumping, crazy speed, crazy zone, man, player rec. I mean, this card is going to be literally insane. And if we take a look at his Gridiron Guardians card, he should also, I'm predicting that they are going to boost up his tackling stats a pretty good amount. Probably going to be at least mid 70s, which is going to be pretty nice. Probably easily 90s in pursuit, which is going to be good too, obviously. But Charles Woodson, I actually don't think he's the best cornerback in the game, but he's really good. He's really good. And the reason for that is because of the LTD Ghost of Madden Past, Antonio Cromartie. In the reveal, I was thinking this was going to be Sauce Gardner. I'm honestly happy that it wasn't. This Cromartie card is pretty ridiculous, man. He really is. Jets, Arizona, Indianapolis, and Chargers chems, and of course Legends. 2 AP inside shade, 1 AP deep route KO, 1 AP mid route KO, and of course the most important ability is 0 AP pick artist. With these stats at 6'3", this card is ridiculous. This card is literally going to be insane, and it's nice to see like literally our first new name. All these other cards have had upgrades, you know, as far as the legends go. To see Cromartie, just a new name, a new legend, is just so nice to see, man. I think that's probably one of the biggest disappointments of this promo, is the fact that we only got one new legend in Ghost. One new legend somehow. It is so disappointing. And finally, last but not least, we have the out of position free safety Julius Peppers. No, this is not the edge rusher, who really didn't need an upgrade in my opinion. Free safety Julius Peppers. This was like this is the card that people thought Cam Newton was going to be yesterday in the reveal. I definitely thought it was going to be. This one caught me off guard, but this card should play really well. He's got 94 speed, 95 acceleration, good hit power, and he is going to animate just like a free safety. And the reason why I think he's going to be better than Ted Hendricks is because of the man coverage. Ted has a 71 man coverage stat. Julius has 91 man with 96 zone at 6'7", 295 pounds. However, I do think a problem with this card could be the COD and agility for like a user, for example, or playing coverage. But if it's at like 87 to 88 in COD and agility, the card should play okay. It should. And I do think it will get to that. He's also going to have, you know, finesse move and power move and stuff like that, and be a really good run stopper, as you can kind of see here. But this card should play pretty crazy. And I think it's a pretty safe bet that he will be the best defensive player in the game when these cards do come out. You know, 6'7" with stats like that and weighing 295 pounds. Yeah, he's going to be pretty amazing. So yeah, that's going to do it for today's tier list. Drop a comment down below. Who's too high? Who's too low in your opinion? Let me know down in the comment section. And of course, as always, I will see you boys in the next one.